Garage bagels are unique, man. I haven't had a good garage bagel in a minute. And, Jeff came along, was like, I got you.
Cranberry orange. I did not know you could make a cranberry orange bagel, but my
Like,
life is better now that I know you can.
it's like the Baskin Robbins of bagels.
Today, we're talking about a local bagel shop that may or may not ship in their water from New York and how they recently took on a big ol' investment that's going to turn them into a national brand. But before we get into that, let's talk headlines from around the world of Orlando business. A recent report from the U.S. Department of Transportation gives us some insight into the best and worst times to fly out of MCO. The report, based on data from January of 2023, shares that the best time to fly out of MCO is between 7 to 8 a.m. with an 88.3% on-time departure rate. The worst time to fly out of the airport? 10 to 11 p.m. with an abysmal 47.8% of flights leaving on time. To make things even worse, if your 10:15 p.m. flight gets delayed, Chipotle in Terminal A, where I always fly out of on Southwest, is going to be closed already. So make sure to grab that sweet, sweet chicken quesadilla before you head to the gate. If you're taking the team to lunch this week, you might need to find a new spot. 5 Central Florida restaurants were shut down for failed health inspections recently, according to data from the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. Ahmed Indian Restaurant by UCF and Pio Pio in Ocoee were both shut down with 18 violations. Caney Restaurant in Kissimmee was shut down with 2 high-priority violations. Imperial Dynasty in Longwood was shut down with 25 violations. And Walk and Roll in Ormond Beach was shut down with 28 violations. Officials revisited all of the restaurants after the initial shutdowns, and all 5 met inspection standards, but if any of these are on your go-to list for lunch spots, I'd say keep an eye out. The Orlando housing market is heating up, folks. According to a report from the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, home sales were up 31.1% in March from February. New listings rose by 22.1%. Mortgage interest rates in March averaged 6.4%, down from 6.7% in February, but up from 4.2% where they were a year before. Chris Wynn from Bloom Home Group Realty told the Orlando Sentinel that the good news for buyers is that there are homes available, citing the 30 to 40 offers he said he was getting on listings last year. Now, if we see half a dozen offers, we're extremely content with that. Orlando-based timeshare developer Travel Plus Leisure wants to have a preliminary discussion with Orange County staff about putting 250 timeshare units and 350 hotel rooms on a vacant 12-acre parcel near Epcot Center Drive that they've owned since 2004. According to site plans, the build would include 2 towers stretching as high as 200 feet, as well as a 3-story parking garage. That's it for headlines. Now let's get into our story of the day. All right, I'm joined today by my good friend, Frank Bailey.
So Frank, I was scrolling Instagram, kind of doom scrolling Instagram yesterday, and this post came across my feed. It said Jeff's Bagel Run gets private equity investment from uBreakiFix co-founders company. There was another picture that they posted, article from Orlando Sentinel that said Jeff's Bagel Run partners with 1337 Capital to launch nationwide. And so I've only been to Jeff's Bagel Run. It's right there in Ocoee on what'd you say was McGuire and Old Winter Garden?
I met him at the community garden. Mosaic came out to do some volunteer work, and he came out and he brought some bagels with him. I was like, these are great bagels, man. He's like, yeah, we're hopefully we're gonna open a shop. And now he's going national. It's been 2 years. My goodness.
Yep. You were saying that he was doing it kind of out of his garage for a bit, or just doing catering,
or wherever you do bagels, like
it's just such a unique thing. Like,
garage bagels are unique, man. I haven't had a good garage bagel in a minute. And, Jeff came along, was like, I got you.
I gotcha. I was just looking at their website, and they have all these like weird flavors that they have on certain days.
Yeah.
So he's got like the schedule up on his website, and it's like Wednesdays cheddar onion, Thursdays the Abbey, Fridays cinnamon sugar, Saturday cranberry orange.
Cranberry orange.
I did not know you could make a cranberry orange bagel, but my life is better now that I know you can.
It's like the Baskin Robbins of bagels.
I went there and met the owner. They have a really cool vibe. Like, Jeff is there.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I think he was there the one time that I went in. So
don't they ship in the water from New York so they can get that like true New York bagel taste?
I would not be shocked. It just, in the little interaction that my wife and I had with him when we went in, it very much seems like that would be something he would do. He just seems like a craftsman when it comes to bagels. He just
Yeah.
loves the art of it. And so
Bagel aficionado.
there's loving bagels, and then there's Jeff.
There's Jeff.
Yeah. And I love that. I mean, I love being around people that way that are like that. So
My question is, if he's going to go national and he's shipping in all of this water from New York, is he going to be shipping in water from New York to all these national locations? Is he going to create like a water syndicate in New York, or is it like is there a way to replicate New York water in, Arkansas or wherever he's going?
we will find out soon, my man. We will find.
Where's he going? Do you know? Has he kind of talked about his expansion plans?
This article just went live on Orlando Sentinel April 4th, and he just posted about it yesterday. So I'm sure if you hit him up, he's got like 10,000 followers on Instagram. Just Jeff's Bagel Run on Instagram. I'm sure if you hit him up, he'll tell you whether he's going to be shipping water all across the country or not.
Patent a New York water maker, like a New York Berkey. Have you ever had New York water?
I've been to New York, and I'm sure I've drank water while I was in New York.
Sure, I hope so.
Beyond that, I don't know that I've necessarily had New York branded water.
You've added in their bread, like that's why it tastes so different. I went up there and I was like, man, I don't usually like bread. I'm actually fasting wheat, and I tried it and I was like, this is glorious. But good for him, man. Kudos to Jeff. We hope all goes well. Be looking for Jeff's Bagel Run as I traverse the continental U.S.
Okay.
Maybe Hawaii and Alaska. We'll see.
Maybe Hawaii and Alaska.
Yeah,
Getting that water to Alaska might be.
that's right. Alaska garage bagels. That's what I'm talking about.
Jeff, if you're listening to this, we're super pumped for you, and
Super pumped.
and can't wait to get to a location outside of Florida and say, hey, we were there when you were selling these things in your.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. And thank you for not ticketing my car for parking in your parking lot as I got Jamaican food. It's right next door.
It's right next door to my favorite. Like, I used to live right up the street from there, and I would go to Joe's Pizza like every single day. Sometimes
you
twice a day.
Joe's Pizza. It's really good.
Oh yeah, yep.
You know what
right next
better
door
with
to
Joe's Pizza? You know what they should do?
What?
Ship in water from New York.
They should ship in water from New York. If they're not already doing that. Jeff probably already gave him that tip.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, we're moving on to my favorite segment of the show, aptly named My Favorites. Today, I'm going to be talking about the New Era 3930 baseball hat. You'll see that I wear one of these in every single one of these videos and every single one of these shows. I have been a huge fan of these New Era 3930 hats for years and years and years now. I used to go with the flat bill in my college days. I moved to the regular baseball hat probably, 12 years ago. They're comfortable, they're stretchy. I'm trying to go to every ballpark in the country, and for the last 10 or 12 ballparks, I've tried to get a new hat at every ballpark that I go to. I just got a new Cubs hat when I went to Wrigley a few weeks ago. And so love these hats, super comfortable. If you are a hat wearer, definitely check it out. And that's it for this episode of Orlando Business. Until next time.